Hi, everyone. I was talking to myself, of course. Hi, everyone. How are you this evening? Welcome in. I see a lot of family members here tonight. Thank you for being here. If we have any guests in the house, thank you for visiting. Subscribers, I always love having you in here. Thank you for all of your support. Let me see who's all in here. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful day. A wonderful, wonderful day. Let's see here. Hello, Shining Star. Kimberly Joe's got her drink. Good to hear. Jacqueline Blaine. Lisa B. Always. Hello. Chicken Pot Pie. Love the name. Lovely Shadow. Hello. Ruby Joy. Oh my goodness. That is my mother's. Oh my goodness. That's my mom's name. So very cute. Is that your doggy named Ruby Joy? Oh no. Oh, I see. Okay. How cute. Cherokee 1971, Too Many Shoes, welcome back. Lovely Shadow, Kimberly Joe. Hi, Jen Benners. Jazz, good to see you. Terry, you were first one in, I believe. Hi, Kimberly Myers. Mrs. Information, how is everyone today? Hope everyone's doing very, very well. We're going to talk about three boys today, all who need their stories told a little bit. More than a little bit, right? Michael Vaughan, still missing since July 27th, 2021. He would now be 8. He disappeared when he was 5. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, of course, still missing. Things are moving in the case. We're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about it now that we've had time to process a little bit about the family member related by marriage. And then we are going to talk about another autistic little boy. So very sad, Joshua McCoy. I was going to do a video on him for you all because some of you sent me his story, and by the time I got to it, the little angel was found deceased. Autistic. We're going to talk about that story. Possibly foul play involved. They don't know, but they are investigating very heavily right now. We're going to hear from his father, which is absolutely heartbreaking. So we're going to discuss the boys today. Lots going on. So I want to ask y'all a question first. Let's get our little chat going. If I didn't say hello to you, hello. If I didn't say welcome you personally, I'm so grateful for all of you to be here. I hope you had a busy day or a great day. Mine was very busy. I almost looked up and I don't know what I was thinking, but the time got away from me. So it's so good. I pray there is an arrest coming too, Terry. I really, really, really do. We have connections in Oregon. We don't know what confirmed connections. We don't know what kind. Love that you're all talking about your grandchildren. That's so great. We have a wonderful family. You're lovely in the chat. I appreciate you all the time. If anyone comes in who tries to rattle your cages, just ignore them. We will take care of it. I don't know what this is. Let me delete this. Sorry, I have a comment in there that doesn't make sense. Okay. So, what I'm going to ask all of you today is what did you have for dinner? Put it in the chat. I'm going to put mine. Mine's in pasta and marinara. Marinara sauce is what I meant to say. What did you all have to eat tonight? I had pasta and marinara sauce. Susan Johnson had a salad. Susan Elizabeth had my favorite pizza. Cinderella had grilled cheese. Margaret Gutierrez wait, it's moving so fast. Let me get over here. Queen CCU had NyQuil. Oh, Samantha Serrano had homemade chicken soup. Lovely Shadow had a roast. Okay. Let's see who else. Queen Cece had NyQuil. Margaret had leftover pinto beans. Sausage and noodles for Jacqueline Blaine. Pot pie for Tammy Erickson. Lobster mac and cheese. Lisa B. Always. Yum, yum. Were you at Red Lobster? Because they have a lobster mac and cheese now. Ham and cheese sub. And don't forget the fries. Yum. Veggie bowl. Fried chicken sandwich. Hi, Show Poodles. Hi, Susan Kemp. Kendra Simi. Bev Hillman. Hello. Susan Kemp had sloppy joes and french fries. Yum. Oh, Bev, you haven't eaten? Kimberly Myers had oriental noodles. Catherine B., another one of my favorites, tacos. Homemade chicken soup for Starlito. Spanish rice, Joseph. Yum. Corn dogs for Nana. Subway, Cali Girl. Bobby Brutzman had pork roast and loaded mashed potatoes. My goodness, did you cook it yourself, Bobby? Hi, Joni. How are you? Joni Clear. Ida had hamburger helper. Shining Star, sweet and sour. We just hit the whole realm, didn't we? Sweet and sour chicken and rice. Nersetto had taco salad. Kimberly Joe's hungry. Grab something quick while I'm blabbing. Unicorn of Hope said, please be polite and raise your hand. We are in class. To speak, you must be called on. Hot dogs. Okay. Pizza. Misinformation. I love pizza. McDonald's. Jen Benners. Aw. You are very welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stir fry. Cheeseburger and yogurt. Hi, MLA. Tacos and rice and apple. Pat. Didn't have much. Peanut butter and jelly. Always a good staple. And Joanne McNeil's about to eat. She is going to have honey mustard chicken, rice, and veggies. Wow. Southwest salad from Chick-fil-A. Catfish, mac and cheese, and green beans for Jilly. Ruby Joy had the Southwest salad from Chick-fil-A. Oh, Samantha, we're sorry you have bronchitis. So sorry to hear that. We'll be thinking about you. Lisa King had chicken noodles. Emily had lime chicken. Oh, from Sam's Club, Lisa B. Always. Sounds delicious, though. I love lobster mac and cheese. Chicken fried rice and egg rolls for Barb M. Joan had leftover Great Northern beans, cornbread, fried okra, and beet pickles. Chicken madras and rice for Sadie X. Cherokee 1971 had a beef burrito with chips and cheese. And D for me had chili. Joan had leftover Great Northern beans, cornbread, fried okra, and beet pickles. Rita M. sauteed onions and garlic with cabbage and noodles. Yummy pinto beans. So chicken soup and pinto beans seem the ones that have been repeated a lot. Oh, and yeah, the roast sounds really good, right, Allie? Ooh, homemade chili for butterfly kisses with Mexican cornbread. Chicken parm and pasta. Okay, you all are making me hungry now. Black bean crunch wrap supreme. Is that from Taco Bell? My son's a vegetarian, so he eats that stuff. Mmm. Chicken potato stew, Royal Blue. Wow, you all are amazing. Well, welcome in. Glad to hear most of you are fed. Those of you who aren't, you have time. Grab something real quick if you need to. Turn up the volume. We're going to start tonight with Joshua McCoy. And rest in peace, the little angel was found on Tuesday, 2 days ago, deceased. His birthday, his 6th birthday is this Saturday. Very sad story. I want to share it with you. We're going to follow along and make sure when the be listening for the autopsy and the cause of death and see what's going on with this case. So I want you to be able to watch it with me. So Joshua McCoy, let me share with you. He is from Oregon. Okay. Trying to decide which one I'm sharing first. And I've got my list, and you know me with all my tabs open. It's always hard to find them. Okay, Oregon 9. There we go. Okay. I am sharing with you the search and rescue for Joshua McCoy. This is full credit to KEZI9 ABC. He went missing after he and his mother settled down for a nap around 1:30ish. And when she woke up after 5, he was gone. Searchers have been out for 3 days with little sign of the 5-year-old. Bless his heart. Let me make sure you're all seeing this cute little boy. Look how cute he is. It's not letting me back into you. Oh, good. You've got him. Okay. Joshua McCoy, rest in peace, little angel. We are going to listen to his story.
McCoy behind me. He's been missing since Saturday, November 9th. The Coos County Sheriff's Office says he went missing sometime between 1 and 5:30 Saturday afternoon. That's when he and his mother were taking a nap, and his mother woke up to find him missing from their home on Stage Road in the Hauser area. Josh is white, 3'6", and with brown eyes and brown shoulder-length hair. It's also important to note he does have autism and should answer to Josh or Joshy, but may not respond when called to. The Coos County Sheriff's Office says search and rescue crews are searching for Josh and say the community outreach offering assistance is appreciated, but rescue crews are not asking for help from the public at this time. If you have any information, you're asked to call.
Chow mein, yum. I'm still looking at the food. Pork with mashed potatoes. Oh, you have COVID, Pat? I'm so sorry to hear that. Greek yogurt and fruit. Prayer for everyone who's sick. Absolutely. Oh, and cornbread with it. What is O? Chicken noodle soup and a grilled cheese sandwich. Yes. Ooh, red lobster. That's one of my favorites, Sodi's mama. I love lobster. Steak and lobster. Okay, so Joshua McCoy disappeared. They're searching for him. Disappeared during a nap with mama. He's autistic. They're looking for him. He may not respond to his name, but he usually won't or goes by Josh or Joshy. Okay. Very, very sad story. This is in Oregon, and I am going to now share with you another video regarding this boy. It's just very, very sad. Very sad how many of our missing are missing, and how many don't come home ever, and how many come home in the condition we don't want them to. Right? How many aren't getting dinner tonight? How many are cold? So let me stop that screen. Let me get to the new one. I think about that as it's starting to get colder. For those kids who live in those colder states. And it's very, very sad. Here's an update. Very sad. You guys, what do you think about, like, how many of you get up? Put a 1 in the chat if you get up in the morning and check the news to see if Sebastian's been found. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and play that. Let me make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. Good. Okay. Just a quick little. Oh, what is this? This isn't what we were supposed to be watching. Hold on. Sorry about that. That is not what we're supposed to be watching. Let me present it again. This is such a sad story. So sad. The family is planning a vigil for the little angel. I will have to look up the date for you, but I would be guessing that it would be on his birthday. That's just my guess. Okay, let's see if we're going to get this now. Okay, Here is the Coos County Sheriff's Office in Oregon. It is with immense sadness that we have to report that missing Joshua McCoy has been found deceased. Joshua had been missing since the late evening of Saturday, November 9th, 2024. This was written on Tuesday, November 12th at 6:05 p.m. Joshua was reported to North Coos Dispatch via third party at 6:27 p.m. That stuck out to me. At approximately 6:45 p.m., first responders arrived on scene. So honestly, it only took them about 18 minutes tops. Soon after, it was discovered the child had a cell phone, and a phone ping of that phone was conducted. The information related to the phone ping did not provide any fruitful information. Now, I wonder if Joshua, 5 years old, had a cell phone because he's autistic and possibly wanders, and he carries a cell phone so they can ping him. Maybe Life 360 or something. Oh no, because if they had Life 360, they could have found him right away, right? So he had a cell phone, but the information related to the ping did not provide any fruitful information. Several deputies began a search of the property while investigating the allegations of Joshua being picked up by a known family member, which was later found not to be factual. Okay, so that's a concern right there. Untruth already being told. That concerns me a little bit. An attempt to locate ATL was sent out to all surrounding agencies. On Sunday, November 10th, deputies continued to search the property and surrounding areas, along with several volunteers from Coos County Search and Rescue, including K9 units, ground and drone operators, and a pond on the property was drained and nothing of interest was located. During Sunday's search, additional resources were requested from neighboring counties in Southern Oregon and Northern California, two states coming together for this little guy. Law enforcement remained on scene until the following crews arrived in the morning to continue the investigation. Whoops. Hold on, guys. Sorry, hopefully she'll stop soon. At approximately 6 a.m., let me see. At approximately 6 a.m. on Monday, November 11th, deputies and SAR volunteers continued the search and rescue operation. Several members of the local fire departments arrived to assist in the search. Additional CORSAR assistance was requested for the next day, which consists of search and rescue members from several counties within Oregon and California. On Tuesday, November 12th, the search continued with help from our federal partners, Local Search and Rescue, along with CORSAR. CORSAR is providing additional search and rescue members from California and from several counties within Oregon. Today, around 12:30 p.m., Joshua was discovered deceased and found approximately 1.6 miles straight line distance northwest from the child's residence and almost 2 miles by road. The investigation is ongoing and no additional information will be released at this time. So they're not telling where they found him. It was 1.6 miles straight distance, which then leads you to think he got out that door and just went boom, zoom in a straight path. But then the fact that it was said he was picked up by a known family member kind of throws a little red flag in there, but I hope not. The areas that have been searched have been very thorough and methodical due to the circumstances behind the disappearance. We have had amazing support from the community in feeding all of these volunteers, and they say their thank you. Very, very sad story. Have any of you been following Joshua's case? Yeah, see, now everyone's hungry. So if you have not been following it, I can't be a vegetarian either. Chinese is one of my favorites too. It's very sad and heartbreaking. Oh, you're putting up decorations for Thanksgiving or Christmas already? That is very sad. And wait till you hear his father. Oh, well, that's interesting, Marie. What does that mean? So you're farmers, so your time to eat is at different, just based on the day and when the work finishes? Very interesting. Hello, everyone. I know it's so one, you know what I noticed? It's such a sad story, right? Down to 66. Yeah, 7 true. I love steak. That is, I don't think I could be a vegetarian without my steak. And I also like meatballs or meat in hamburger meat, ground beef in my spaghetti sauces. So I totally get it. But it is a sad story, and so many autistic children leave, and we find them often in bodies of water or somewhere, and it's just so sad. And I really wonder, do we need to raise education on, like, he had a cell phone. Now that's really smart, right? If you have a wanderer, or another thing, you can put an air tag on them, possibly on the shoe, but then it's been said people are, using those in nefarious ways to follow people. But I think we might need to educate parents on, like, a little alarm on a door, would help wonders in this situation. The door opens and you hear a noise. In Arizona, if you don't have a fence around your pool, you have to have your doors must ring when they open. And it's a great safety net. When you hear that door open, you know to go. If you have a child, you know to go straight back to that slider that's ringing, because that's near the pool area, right? So I wonder, we just need to educate families on how to prepare maybe for the wandering, how to stop it from happening. Maybe you all have things that you do. A lot of us have grandchildren and children with autism. Stuffed peppers, those are wonderful, and mashed potatoes, ashmangy, yum. Yeah, some good dinners, right, Allie? Spaghetti, salad, and garlic bread for Brenda Hargis. Your second born name is Joshua? Aw, we have a little Joshua now, a little angel up in heaven. Yes, lovely Shadow. Over the summer, she was found. She got out of her house in the middle of the night barefoot. It was very similar to Sebastian's story. I did a video on it because it was just so similar. One's found though, and one's never seen anywhere. It's just so sad. So, so sad. And I really think that we need to educate. Yes, she was autistic as well. Yes. Spaghetti and steak are my go-tos, and lobster. Oh, and I love Mexican food. They are absolutely so heartbreaking, Lisa King. You've got your ones in there, so you knew about Joshua's case. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, absolutely. And we are going to be talking about that tonight, Nancy Loving. We are actually, when we get to Sebastian, I'm going to talk about opportunity, because we have means, motive, and opportunity. And it has to do with the lights in the car. So we will absolutely be bringing that up. So we are going to, I'm so glad so many of you are following his story. We need to make sure we're following more kids. Sebastian is very important too. You check 24/7. You all get up and check. Yeah, me too. But we're going to start adding some of the other kiddos who need awareness as well. You check every day and night. You're warm and you have food, thank God. Yes, because I do. I worry every night, who's cold. Oh, Joni Clear. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's just devastating when parents have to lay their children to rest. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yep, we all check all the time, don't we? We pray for him, we talk about him. Joni, I'm very, very sorry to hear that. We're here for you. Yeah, she does. That's a great idea, Lisa B. Always. I checked in today on there. I'm very sorry for your loss. Yeah, we all check. Remember Summer's case? I that was out of control. I would wake up in the night to check. Oh, hi, Grandma. Thank you. I forgot to send you a text. I was so busy today. I really didn't let any of the mods know I was going on. Yes, I have an autistic grandchild. So let's go. I want justice for him too. Now, I know there's been rumors around regarding the mother allegedly, but until we hear something, let's just not let's just not get into that, okay? Because I just really want to stick with the news. Sometimes when we get in these cases like Summer and Sebastian's, there's so much surrounding it that it's hard to weed through. And when someone tries to learn about the case, they give up because they don't have anywhere to go where to learn about just the case, not the neighbors speaking, or in Summer's case it was just those unbelievable with the neighbors. So we are going to now be talking about his father. Heartbreaking. Found out his little boy was deceased, found deceased, and I am going to share that with you. And it is very sad. And I'm going to mute myself for a second because, friends, please hit the like buttons. Thank you so much. I am going to share this video and mute myself so you do not get an echo.
Boy who was found dead in Coos County is speaking out tonight about his son's tragic death. In an exclusive interview, I spoke with the dad about the heartbreaking loss of his son, Joshua James McCow.
I would give anything in this world to hold him one more time and kiss his forehead and tell him how much I love him.
Lawson McCoy, who likes to go by Amos, shares his heartbreak in a phone interview from his home in Wellston, Ohio, after learning his 5-year-old son, Joshua James McCoy, was found dead near Coos Bay Tuesday afternoon. He says authorities informed him Joshua was missing on Saturday. Coos County Sheriff's Office says he was last seen with his mother on Saturday around 1 p.m. at her home in Hauser before she took a nap.
The FBI came and they took me and talked to me about everything, and I freely gave my phone information and my mouth swabs because I'm innocent. I'm a victim.
Amos says when he and Joshua's mom lived together for 4.5 years in Hauser, he always taught Joshua to stay away from the pond alone and not wander away from their home.
He was autistic, but he was a genius. He's been able to read, and he's been able to type words and things like that since he was 2.5 years old.
Federal, state, and local law enforcement scoured 7 counties in Oregon and California for 3 days with canines, drones, and other technology searching for Joshua. They even drained a pond behind the child's home. Authorities got a ping from the cell phone Joshua was carrying, but Amos says they couldn't find him because it was on airplane mode. Then, Coos County Sheriff Gabe Fabrizio confirmed Amos's worst nightmare.
The cause of death is still in our investigation, but thankfully we've had amazing support from partner agencies, both local, state, federal. We've had a lot of people out here, a lot of people helping to look, and I just wish there was a better outcome.
Amos, who is a retired disabled Air Force veteran and father of 4 older children, says Officer Justin Gray, a fellow veteran and father, told him he wasn't leaving the mountain until he got his son.
And Officer Gray is my hero. He's the man that carried my son from the forest. I love him so much.
Now, as authorities, including the FBI, work to determine the cause of Joshua's death, Amos thanks the community for all of their hard work and says,
Justice for Joshua. Justice for Joshua, my son. I want justice for my son. I want to know the truth.
Well, Amos says he and his family hope to bury Joshua in Ohio near them. And he says he has not spoken to Joshua's mom since their son's disappearance. Meanwhile, the Coos County Sheriff's Office has not released any new information on their investigation.
So, very, very heartbreaking father. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Hi, family members. Hi, Holly S. That father breaks my heart. And I don't even want to say what I'm thinking. That father breaks my heart. He has not talked to the mother since the disappearance. He wants justice for Joshua. Joshua deserves justice. That was very, very sad. And that's what we need to remember. It's very hard to hear, Jen Benners, and I'm thanking you for saying that, because we need to remember that when we're discussing these cases, there's a parent or a family member. If parents are involved, there's a family member that's feeling that way, who's hearing us speak. You know what I mean? So I know, Lisa B. Always, I know, I thought that too. And that's what I was getting to. So you were reading my mind properly, Lisa B. Always. I was watching this father and tears were filling my eyes. And I've never laid eyes on this father before. And my heart was just, as a mother, my heart was just breaking. And then I thought, imagine, and I pray this never happens, because we are going to watch Seth celebrate his son come home. But I just thought, imagine, right? The pain we would have to watch. And I did not do what I was going to do today. Teach was late, or Teach was running around. Hardy slip for senior canine. I'm just going to put senior canine. From Teach. And everyone's been raising their hands so nicely. And you're on cue. Yes, you are, Lisa V. Always. Yes, you are. Hello, Lori. Were you late? Was Lori late? So it's just, I want him to be found so fast. I do. But I want you all to prepare yourselves one way or another. We're going to be celebrating, right? That's what's going to happen. Because in my opinion, with them watching those Canadian entries, I am hoping with every bit of my heart and soul he's being moved around. I was a minute late. Now, come on. Jen's calling me out. Hi, Cinderella. Yes. What a wonderful comment. That is how people react from the pain of losing a child. Oh, I don't know that one, Sharon. The cult case with Chloe Driver. I'm going to write it down. So you're studying it, though. Okay. So that is very sad. They are having a vigil for him. Let me check real quick when his vigil is, because I would like to be, I'm guessing, and this is just a guess, that it would be on his birthday. I have it pulled up, but I don't want to go back out again. Hold on. And also, something interesting that the father said is he would like him buried out there with them. And he wants the truth. So the last one to see him was his mother. Yes, You know what? I need to say something. Sandy, if you're in here and you can't comment, I tried to get into, I am the worst at getting into studio to change it from subscriber to, subscriber mode only and all of that. Looked for you in comments, but I'm going to take care of that, my dear Sandy, because you are a very, very precious member of our family. Friend, Sandy somehow got blocked yesterday and could not comment, and had to have been an error. We would never have blocked our dear family member Sandy. So for you to know, she might be listening and isn't able to comment because good old Jay here with my great text stills. I will have to talk to Grandma tomorrow and ask her to walk me through again how to get into studio. I will write it down and take good notes. Yeah, very crushing, very hard. Let me and he wants answers, and they have not spoken, which, that silence is, like we always say on this channel, deafening and speaks volumes, right? Oh, senior canine mom. Congratulations and blessings. A new family member. You got a new great granddaughter today, Alea Estelle Lynn. Did I say that right, Alea? What a beautiful name. How much did she weigh? Oh, yeah, sounds like we have a lot of, don't worry. Now, I'm going to tell you all this. When I email you, you can tell I don't proofread my stuff. When I text, never proofread my stuff. When I chat with you all, I don't proofread my stuff. You saw me spell marinara incorrectly and just, okay, do not worry about it. The only time I'm an English teacher, honestly, is when I'm in the classroom like that. I pick up on things I hear and stuff and see, but not on us, like on a personal level hanging out. No. So please don't even worry about that. I've had a few of you email me and go, okay, now don't proof my work as I'm writing to you. I promise. I'm just so glad to hear from you. Okay. You have great ideas. You all, that's another thing I want to talk to you about. Someone left a comment and said, well, what are you all doing? Because we were saying, we're going to find him. We're going to find him. We're going to bring him home. Someone left a comment and thought, well, what are you all doing? Well, we're doing a lot. You all are amazing. You're looking, you're researching, you're coming up with connections, possible connections, new ideas, names, locations. I mean, amazing. That's what we're doing. We're talking about him, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Okay, we got on to Sebastian again. Hi, Michelle Scott. I did give you a wrench, my dear. So, and I don't even know how to get back into the wrenches. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Not everyone can be on the ground, right? Hi, Amanda Jane. Not everyone can be boots on the ground. Yes. Sharon, let me see. Yes, Sharon, you've already emailed me before, correct? Will you email me again and start a new subject, please? I absolutely do. I have some ideas we could start with. Yes. Thank you for asking. And that's another thing is I want to tell Seth. Seth, when you bring Sebastian home, if you need any tutoring to catch him up, I am a tutor for autistic children. I help with executive function skills, anything you need, general studies, anything you need to help him get back in the groove of school, catch up in school, whatever. I'm here free of charge for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And that's to Seth Rogers. I just wanted you to know that. Anything you need tutoring wise, anything like that, I'm here free of charge. I have experience with autistic children tutoring and just wanted to let you know that that's there for you. Well, we all have to do our part, right? And that's something I can do. And Sharon, yes, please reach out to me, please, and I will give you a few starters. I need a little background about the school and things, okay? If you could send me class size, mainstreamed, or his situation at school, okay? And then a little bit about his personality, things he loves, especially and maybe if his anxiety buttons, okay? If you want to send that to me, we can start. I'll get back to you on some good help for you. And we can keep trying different things. It's not the first things aren't always going to help. We can take things away, put them, move things around till we get your little guy wanting to go to school. Okay. Well, friends, that is Joshua McCoy. His vigil is this Saturday on his birthday. Oh my goodness, his 6th birthday at 6 p.m. at North Bay Elementary School in Couscous County, Oregon. Let me give you the exact. The family of the 5-year-old boy found deceased in Hauser plans to hold a candlelight vigil in his memory, saying thank you to all those involved in the search. So, 6 p.m. and they say Coos County, Oregon. So that is Joshua, sweet Joshua McCoy. Absolutely. I will do anything for Sebastian. We all feel that way, don't we? We all feel that way. Thank you so much. Honestly, that's just imagine. I would be the one who would be honored to meet him and be able to interact with him. You know what I mean? He's so wonderful. We are here for him. And, we've got a far reach with internet and technology, and we will all do our part. What are you talking about, Joshua Ashmangi? I know, Cinderelli. But it is getting better as awareness is raised, and sadly, how many children are being diagnosed with autism. So it's becoming more, and maybe I'm just saying that because I have a grandchild who's autistic and students, maybe I'm just immersed in it. But tell me if I'm right. Are you hearing more people aware of autism? So, I hope so. And I will do a video on autism. Oh, I forgot to send the tardy slip. This is for my tardy friend who came in. Sorry, that's from Teach. See? Oh, beautiful names, Rita M. We are all family to Sebastian now. And I know that once in a while I get messages from people asking me to quit chit-chatting during our lives. But my videos are for here's the point, here's the info, right? And when we're in live, I like to interact with you all, and I think you like that as well. So I just try and tell people, I like to interact, and I see you all come in and say things too. But my videos, for those who don't like the chatter, because this is our time to kind of talk true crime with each other and touch base with each other and get to know each other too. I do put out videos as well that are to the point. Facts, to the point, no drama, no chit chat, nothing. Well, we don't have drama in here anyway, but I do put out videos as well. And you can also fast forward through our chit chat. So we are going to start talking about, think about all the ones that grew up not knowing and just thinking. Oh, I know. That's like attention deficit. Think about it. I have attention deficit. And growing up, it was very hard for me by the time I got home from school to remember what my notes were and all that. My dad would sit with me and reteach me my math night after night. Now we know. Now I know, It's how long we go and just wondering, why can't I remember it, Oh, Teresa Wilson, bless you. Avondale Mama had pork chops, stewed apples, and cabbage casserole. My goodness, you all are cooks. Hi, Chevy Cool. Yes. So we are transitioning because we're 45 minutes in, and I was gonna try and keep it to an hour and a half, but we're already behind, and that's okay. I like talking to y'all. We are going to transition to Michael Vaughan. Michael Vaughan was 5 years old when he disappeared from Idaho, excuse me, Fruitland, Idaho. Let me pull Michael's picture up, excuse me. Let me pull this angel's picture up. He is one of the most handsome little men I've ever seen. Just a doll. And I don't like this picture of him here at all. It's not a good one. They just had to get one out real quick, I guess. But we're going to talk about Michael. I don't know if you all know, Bobby Brutzman. I'm sorry, I'm going to get a comment. Why did you stop your sentence in answer to that message? Yes, vaccines is supposed to be one of them. That was the first reason they came up. That's the first reasoning they came up with. And I don't know what oh, sorry, I'm tapping. I don't know what they still think. Okay, before I start to Michael, Cinderelli, who are we talking about? Oh, Shelly NB, you've been a member for a month. Member for a month. It's okay, Shelly. You'll be getting your tardy pass. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up on age gap between parents. Interesting. Jeanette, but my granddaughter has it, and Grandma, member for a month. We've only had our memberships for like a month and 2 days. And we've already had 2 wonderful members' lives. We have another one coming up this weekend. Yes, Moni Smoke. Those cases, we were on both those cases, weren't we, for a long time. So let's talk about Michael. I don't know if you all are aware, but I did go out to Fruitland, Idaho, July 27th of 2022, the 1-year mark, to look at the lay of the land, see the area. I was very engrossed into Michael's case. Just look at him. How can you not be? And it started to get heated, that case, for a while, if you recall, until Fruitland police said that they were looking in a different direction from the family. And then our channel, we made sure we did the very same thing. And it wasn't easy for a lot of you because you had some feelings, but I encouraged you to go with me. We do what law enforcement, where they're looking, because we're looking for the child, right? And I appreciate those of you who trusted me and stuck by my side for that, because, I didn't want to get into a controversy about it. I wanted to just, if we were going to help, law enforcement was looking that way, right? And then, so I went out there and to look at the lay of the land, get a feel for things. It's a cute little town. Met a lot of people who lived right around around Michael's home. Met a gentleman who was one. Thank you, Shelly NB. I love all of you so much. I look so forward to our time together now. Thank you for welcoming everyone in, please. Thank you so much. Grandma, I think you might be on your own tonight. Sorry. Welcome to the family, Bobby Brutzman. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Please welcome Bobby to the family. We will be meeting as a family again Saturday, same time, 11 o'clock my time. I think it's 1 o'clock Eastern now. So hi, following over a month in a relaxing voice, no drama, but tonight more real. More real. I'm not sure what you mean, but thank you. Patricia Minks, thank you. So it was devastating. Michael went missing. Mom was at work, mom was at work. Dad was watching the kids. He had a little baby sister they called Buggy. And dad was changing the diaper, ordered a pizza, came out to the living room, and Michael was not there. And thus the search began. And that was July 27th of 2021. Michael has not been found, and I am going to share with you a couple of press conferences to keep you. There's no real news other than I'm very frustrated because on July 27th of 2023, it was announced by Fruitland PD Huff, JD Huff. I hadn't said that name in a while. JD Huff, chief of Fruitland PD, that they were taking the case and gave it to the prosecutor, and it would be going to a grand jury, or the prosecutor would be doing something with it. And at one point, the prosecutor said it looked like there were going to be charges. The grand jury has not met. I don't understand what's going on. It's been over a year, July, August, September, 16 months since that happened. So I do not understand what the holdup is, unless what Fruitland police thought they had was incorrect, and I don't know. They dug up a backyard. We're going to watch that. They believe he was buried there and moved, and that we're looking for remains. However, like I always say, no one they have not found anything of Michael, so we don't know. I've seen flyers out there that say they're looking for remains. So, I don't know. I don't know how the family feels about that. Back when we were going strong with Michael, Brandy did ask to come up on the panel one night, and she just talked. She talked about her feelings, and it was so very hard when one of the things she said was, yes, Kimberly Myers, it's very frustrating. Hi, Hope Floats. One of the things that she said was, and I'll never forget it, and it actually made me cry on live. Remember that, Grandma? She said, I don't even know what size my little guy's foot is right now. And y'all, I fell apart. I fell apart. So, and she made me promise to never stop covering Michael. So we need to get back on it. I just remembered that, and we are going to. So we need to raise our voices for Michael Vaughan. Something needs to be done. Something needs to move. Make an announcement. Are the suspects still suspects? So let's get into it for those of you who are not familiar. It's just so, yes, Cinderella, heartbreaking. Yes, exactly. There's 4 suspects, and the dogs hit. I heard 3 locations in the backyard, 3 cents. And Brandon's mother, one of the suspects in another state, the dog hit there, and she claimed it was because her toilet broke in her mobile home. But we're going to get to some of that. So let's go ahead without further ado and discuss Michael Vaughan, who would now be 8. The age progression that I just had up of him was at 7 years old. And I think it's pretty good. The one that bothers me the most is Summers. Yeah, I can't wait to get to that tonight. I can't wait to just get to all the stuff tonight, Sharon. Hi, Jenny. Thanks for your email today, Jenny Machete. If I didn't respond, I will. Sometimes I've been going through emails now, like when I have a break, just to see what y'all are saying, and sometimes I don't have time to get back. Oh, you haven't heard of him, Joni Clear. Okay. So good. I'm glad we're watching this. Let me go ahead and share our first thing with you here. I have heard that his mother, Brandy, and I also I did a exclusive interview with Michael's babysitter. And myself and True Crime with Eve did that together. And then, so this case was meant a lot to me. And I hear that his mother is not well. I'm sure it's from grief. And that we need to pray for her, right? So I'm sorry, I'm wandering here. Like I said, okay, July 31st. Here's the first one. We won't watch it all, but I want to watch some of it with you. I see you all are discussing the shoe size, and I'll come after this. I'll come back and check your. Oh, thank you for posting the membership link, Grandma. That's been something some people are having a hard time with, and I think they're on an iPhone, right? Okay, I'm gonna hit play. This right here with the colored hair is Brandy's sister. Brandy Neal right here is Michael Vaughan's mother. This right here is Michael Vaughan's father, Tyler Vaughan. Hi. And this is Chief J.D. Huff. And this is out of Fruitland, Oregon. Went missing about 5 weeks after Summer Wells.
Police Department, Brian Marinelli with the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue Team. And I've got the family of Michael Joseph Vaughan here, Brandy and Tyler and Brandy's sister here today with us. So I'm going to read my press release to you, and then I'll stand by for a few questions for you once we complete this, okay? Today, the Fruitland Police Department, in conjunction with the state police, multiple Treasure Valley law enforcement agencies, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, we continue to...
This is credit to the channel Wendy. I just pulled the first one I could find, and I am going to put myself so you don't get an echo on mute. Credit to the channel Wendy.
Search for missing and endangered 5-year-old Michael Joseph Vaughan. MJ to his family and friends. Michael was last seen near his residence on Southwest 9th Street in Fruitland at approximately 6:30 p.m. on July 27th, 2021. Operations to date include the methodical search of the area near Michael's residence, which included 2 irrigation runoff ditches, which were drained by the Fruitland Public Works Department in an extensive search and rescue effort, including the use of canines, aerial, and marine and land support. Idaho Fish and Game officers are continuing to search the river by boat for 4 to 5 miles downriver and back up, and in the sloughs of the Snake River as well. The Fruitland Police Department will continue to organize search and rescue operations with resources provided by the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue Team, the Fruitland Fire Department, and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and others. We've received a tremendous amount of support from the Fruitland community and will continue to call upon them, but as needed. We're continuing to seek the public's assistance to identify individuals who are in the area of Southwest 8th, Southwest 9th, and Cornwall Way in Fruitland from 6:30 and 7:15 p.m. on Tuesday, July 27th, 2021. If you were in that area or you know someone who was, please contact us at 208-642-6006, extension 0. That's the Fayette County Sheriff's Office, and again, a tip line. Even if you don't believe that you have something that's relevant or relevant information to this case, we want you to contact us so we can recreate a complete picture of the time that Michael was last seen. Every minute counts in these investigations when searching for a missing child, and we appreciate the public's support and cooperation as we continue the search for Michael. If you live in the immediate area, please thoroughly search your property to include any outbuildings, vehicles, anything that a 5-year-old kid could get into. We also ask that you review any security camera footage that you may have that may be attached to your house. Video is extremely important to us in these circumstances and these investigations. We're also very grateful for the public's assistance in following up on each lead. We are vigorously following up on each lead that we're getting in. So I want to make it clear that as your tips are coming in, they're not falling on deaf ears. The community knows because they see us out here every single day, pounding the pavement, pounding these rural areas. We are working. We're committed to finding Michael, and we're not going to leave any stones unturned. So you need to understand that the investigation of this child we're using every resource, and it's very intense. We ask that the community only report information from credible sources to law enforcement. And as we know, that as we know that if we're just coming up with speculation, it causes rumors, and we'd like to have factual information. So please help us out that way so we can chase down factual leads. We also want to emphasize that Michael's family continues to be 100% cooperative with our investigation, and we're asking you to be extremely respectful of their privacy during this situation. And we would appreciate that. Super difficult time, as you would know. So Michael was last seen wearing a light blue Minecraft t-shirt over here on my left, dark blue boxer briefs, a child size 11 sandal, and he stands 3'7" tall. He's 50 pounds. He's got blonde hair, blue eyes, and he answers to the nickname Monkey. If you see Michael, have any information that would lead us to his whereabouts or his location, please call the Fayette County Sheriff's Office at 208-642-6006, extension 0. So we just want to extend our appreciation to our community. We thank you for your continued support and the media. And with that, I'll stand for a few questions.
So I was out here the past few days. There's a lot of people driving out here wanting to help, but they weren't really sure. There was some organized stuff, but just what do you want people to do who are wanting to help you guys out? Do you want them to stay out of your way? Is there things that they can do to help support, or kind of what direction do you want to give people who want to live in?
Okay, thank you. That's a great question, and we've been getting that quite a bit. I would tell you that where we certainly appreciate the public's wanting to help us, we've evaluated that several times, and it can become a little problematic for us. So what we're asking the public to do at this point is to search their residences and their homes. You never know. We got a 5-year-old kid out there. He can wander in and out of places super easy, into people's backyards. Any place that he could be on a larger piece of property, that's what we're asking the public to do. We have trained professional search teams with search canines that are certified, and we're in these areas that we have been for the last 3 days now. So we're asking for the public to stay out of those areas and let us search those with these certified search teams. They're professionals. They know what they're looking for. A lot of times when we recruit civilian help, they miss things. And so where we have such an intense and such an important goal to accomplish, we don't want to miss a thing. We need to cover those pieces of ground inch by inch with trained searchers who know what they're looking for. And they have canines that accompany them that are trained and certified as well. So we're just asking the public to help us out that way. Let us work through this with trained professionals. At the end of this, if we still find nothing, we may recruit the public's help in another mass area search down the road. But that'll be down the road, and that is an as-needed event. Okay? Thank you. Corey.
What credible leads gotten so far since the last time we spoke?
Corey, thank you for the question, but I'm not gonna opine or weigh in on the ongoing investigation into this thing. I just can't do it. So I appreciate that. Our focus and our main focus is finding MJ and bringing him back to his family, and that's where we're at right now. Search and rescue operations, and we're going to continue doing that. So thank you.
And you mentioned canine teams coming in. Were some canines brought in from out of state as well?
Well, yes, they were.
We've got canines, we had at least 10 specific canine teams from at least 3 different agencies.
I'm sorry, could you step up to the podium for just a second there? Sorry.
We've had at least 10 separate canine teams from 3 different organizations that span from coast to coast.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Can you touch on more about what these outside agencies are able to bring to the States?
Oh my gosh, thank you for the question. These outside agencies bring everything to the case that I can't. Manpower, resources, equipment, I mean, everything. I mean, the city of Fruitland, we're a small city. You know, we've got 12 officers out here beating the street every day. So bringing these experienced, qualified people into these investigations for us it's just completely incredible, and it's huge for us. The City of Fruitland Police Department we can continue to support our community and handle those calls for service that we need to, while adding support to this team here as we continue this investigation. Yeah, it's incredible. So.
Has any additional equipment been brought aside from the Fruitland Police, like with these agencies?
I don't understand your question. So any other equipment? So we do have drones that have been brought in from the Meridian Police Department. We have an Idaho State Police drone, as well as a Payette County drone and a Sand Hollow Fire drone, all of which are pretty sophisticated, and they have FLIR capabilities, and we are continuing to use those as we search.
And just for the people that aren't familiar, could you explain what FLIR is?
FLIR is a forward-looking infrared thermal imaging device, and so we
So that was in the beginning. That was credit to the channel Wendy. I just grabbed it when I got home as soon as I could. And with this case, someone had put up, yes, Queen Cece, thank you for that comment. If only Credit would have had a press conference like this, it may have stopped a lot of negative speculation from the public. Absolutely. Information, even if it is just reiterating what you know and what you're doing, is what the public needs. So the drama doesn't start and people starting to fill in the blanks themselves, right? Well, I remember with this case, well, Summer's case was awful too. And you know, Amber Alert, I did the video. Remember, Department of Justice, the field guide for Amber Alert. So there isn't drama. They're supposed to give regular updates and keep the child in the media, raising awareness for the child. And that didn't happen in Summer, and it's not happening with Sebastian. It happened that we got more out of Leslie Earnhardt from TBI than we do from, and I forget her name because she's been on maybe one and a half times, for Sebastian, the public information officer. So, and remember, the linguist we studied said there was more in her words than what she was saying. We need to go back to that linguist again. He's got a lot. He was so good, wasn't he? Okay. So this happened. Tyler right here got a lot of flack because he was unable. He was the one who was Leslie Earnhardt. Did I say Earnhardt? Sorry, Earnhardt. It's EAR, I think. He was the one, hamburger and fries, yum, yum. Oh, Poppy's late? Okay, absolutely. He got a lot of flack from the public because he did not was it too Poppy? Okay. Oh, I should have copied. I keep forgetting to copy and paste them so I can just put them up. Oh, thank you, capital K. Oops. Capital K. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sandy has not been able to get unblocked. So I just sent you a message, Grandma. Do you know how to unblock Sandy? She got blocked by accident. And you know me, I never know how to get into that part of the studio. I don't know. Capital K Productions. Sandy, we are taking care of it. If you are listening, you are a dear, precious family member. My tech skills are just not what they should be. Capital K Productions, thank you for your kindness in bringing another family member in. We have a new family member thanks to Capital K Productions. If you receive the membership, please say thank you. Okay, next we are going to, so Tyler got a lot of flack because for the first year he did not speak and he was the one home with Michael. Michael Vaughan's nickname is Monkey. Okay, boy, that was a mouthful for me. Michael Vaughan's nickname is Monkey. And so that really upset everyone because we couldn't hear from him, right? And Brandy was carrying the narrative for him. His reasoning is the guilt that he felt. He just couldn't, he couldn't. And then he started to do interviews. They did, I believe, the 1-year anniversary. They sat together, not an anniversary, the 1-year mark, because it's nothing to celebrate. They sat together in the front lawn and did a really long interview. Okay. And so now where it takes us is when I was out there, someone asked about underground systems there. What I found when I was there, which freaked me out, is right in his neighborhood, you can enter a tunnel on his neighborhood that goes under the main road across the street to an abandoned factory. Really creepy. And at the time, Reverend Donna Serafina, we were communicating back and forth while I was there because I was like, is this the factory? And she didn't feel it was, but my heart was just pounding. And then we found also, because there's really, one way in and out road wise. But if you go through the farmlands, people who are familiar with that town, they'd all told me, oh, you can get through the farmlands this way and that way. So there were other ways out if it was someone who knew the area. Now, the scary thing about it is that I'm going to tell you is we're about to watch them ask, a news article about them excavating a lawn searching for Michael. What freaked me out about that is before I went to Fruitland, I was looking up the registered SOs, and there were several around there, but one caught my eye because it was a married couple. Both of them were registered. I, with some other subscribers, Grandma, I'm not sure if you were one of them, we went into Google Earth and we saw that there was an RV in their driveway. And that really bothered me. And so I said, well, that's the first place I'm going. I just want to go right there. And then Brandy had gotten on and said they've been cleared. And they have. They're not the people whose yard got dug up. But lo and behold, when they started digging up that yard, guess where your girl Jay had been? One door over, one house over. The pedos lived next door to the yard they were digging up. I was shaking so hard to know when they were digging up that if they found that child, I was that close. It freaked me out. Then a local told me that when they went originally on the first search that first night and they went to and they were looking at, the pedophiles in the area, and they knocked on that family's, the two married couple, that's pedos, door, that the dog ran over to the Wanderer's house, which is now the yard being dug up, and the dog, but they didn't answer their door. So anyway, without further ado, let's look at the excavation. But that freaked me out that I was one door over, y'all. Okay, let me get to the excavation. They had gotten a lead that he was in the backyard. Now, originally, everyone thought it was from the woman what's her name? Sarah Wondra. But then as the story goes on down the time goes on, I believe we learned that it was from the husband trying to get a shorter sentence because he was in prison. And or jail. We'll go through all of that. But this is Michael Vaughan. The two people that yard they are digging in November of 2023, I believe, was it, or 2022? I'll look. Is in, I mean, honest to goodness, within a mile of the family home. So all of that ruckus of news people and digging and all of that, it was unavoidable from their home. How hard, I mean, how sad is that? Okay, let's see here. Missing Fruitland boy. Let me see. I've got them written down here, which one we're doing. Okay, so there's just a lot with this story too, and he's still not been brought home. Sorry, it's taking me a second to find Michael's story here. We did that one. Let's see if this is it. No. No. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here we go. This will be credit to KTVB. Fair use. We are going to use it for education, criticism, and commentary. This is on the Michael Vaughan case when they made an arrest and started excavating her backyard. We're going to come in a little bit so I don't get dinged.
Police have made an arrest in connection to the disappearance of Michael Vaughan. The boy went missing from his Fruitland home back in July of 2021 when he was 5 years old. Police arrested 35-year-old Sarah Wondra for failure to report a death. This is her mugshot you're about to see. Crews have been excavating the backyard of a home in Fruitland since Saturday. We now know that that home is where Wondra has been living. We have team coverage from Payette County. News Channel 7's Abby Davis is outside the home in Fruitland where crews have been digging in the backyard looking for evidence. But first, let's go to Alexandra Duggan outside the Payette County Courthouse in Payette where Sarah Wondra was arraigned this afternoon. Alex?
Doug, today in court, the courtroom was very quiet and somber as people were listening to the arraignment of Sarah Wondra. The state of Idaho alleged today that on November 12th, Sarah Wondra failed to notify police about a death and covered up the way in which Michael Vaughan died. Now, we don't know how Michael Vaughan died. We don't know if he is dead. That has not been confirmed by police, but they're still investigating and looking for his remains. And the judge also sealed a probable cause affidavit in the matter. They say that they do not want to jeopardize a high-profile case like this to the public. And the court, in court, Wondra said with folded arms, she understands the charges that are being brought against her, but she, quote, that is, quote, not correct. Now, Police Chief J.D. Huff says that he wants to do this investigation right for the family. He's not going to comment on anything else. He's not going to say if they found Michael's remains, but he wants to have a successful prosecution in the matter, and he's going to do right by this investigation. Back to you, Doug.
All right, Alexandra Duggan live outside the Payette County Courthouse this evening. Now let's go to Abby Davis live near the house where police have been excavating the backyard looking for the remains of Michael Vaughan. Abby, what can you tell us about what happened there today?
Well, Doug, we've been on the scene since this morning while they were excavating the backyard, but you can see behind me, operations have shut down for the day, and they shut down around 3:45. That is a little bit different than they have been operating the past couple of days when they have been shutting down when it gets dark. But the police chief, J.D. Huff, did say that they had some other matters to attend to. What those matters are, he didn't specify. But you can see behind me, our photographer, Logan Shank, will zoom in for you now. Things are quiet. I was just talking to an officer. He said that an officer will remain on the scene throughout the night for security reasons. But you can see that police tape just kind of shutting off the area to any through traffic. You can see that white fence that has been taken down for excavation. Now, yesterday they told us they were excavating the entire yard. That was their plan, and that they also planned on digging 3 to 4 feet deep. Now, Like I said earlier, they obtained a search warrant recently, started working Friday night. Police Chief Huff said that they're taking the dirt off site to a location to be processed. As far as what led them to this home, though, this home is about 4 minutes away from the Vaughn family home. It was what was called, quote, a very credible tip. That is what Huff told us. And then he later confirmed today that that tip came from someone inside of the house. So that is the most recent information about this credible tip that we have about what led police and law enforcement here to excavate the backyard of this home. Now, like Alex mentioned, this investigation has many moving parts, but the police chief did say that their main goal is to, of course, recover Michael and help bring some closure to this grieving community and, of course, the Vaughn family home. Now, just to reiterate, we don't have any confirmation. Police have not told us if they have found Michael or his remains. We will, of course, keep you all updated on that, but they will be back here bright and early tomorrow morning at 9:30 with some different equipment. So that is some new information. They really have been using heavy equipment, backhoes, and dump trucks. Now, Huff confirmed that tomorrow they will be bringing in some more lighter equipment, some fine-tuned equipment, if you will. That was the words that he used specifically. So, Doug.
Okay. So congratulations to Teresa Williams. I see what occurred with Teresa. I have to go to Google to unblock her. You are my Google. Well, I will figure it out tomorrow during my lunch. Tomorrow during my lunch, I will try and look at it. Bye, Rita M. Sorry if I missed your comment. We are Sebastian's Army, and Sebastian is coming up next. I just want to be able to give Michael a little bit of his time, my friends. Hi, Misty Fisher. Thank you for being here. I will give you a tardy slip in a second. We're talking about Michael Vaughan. So, what occurred with that is they dug up the yard, and they don't forget, if you get the gifted crime membership, Crime Time Buzz membership from Capital K, welcome to the family, but please say thank you. And then they sifted through the dirt, and they were sending the dirt off for DNA testing. Now, we've never been informed. We don't have to be, apparently, because they're trying to keep things really tight-lipped, whether that came back positive for DNA or not. What they thought is the tip came, many thought the tip came from the woman because she was arrested for knowledge of a death and not reporting it. And so then her husband was in jail for unrelated gun charges. And later on, when they're excavating, they were carrying around, one of them had a phone at one time. We saw it on camera. And what Stacy Wondra, the husband, his name is Stacy, claims is that was him on the phone telling them where to find the body, because he had been so tired. He finally just, broke and said, well, he thought he'd get a lower sentence for what he's already going through, and, told them that he was buried in the backyard. Now he claims that was just because they wouldn't leave him alone, basically, about it. Okay. So interesting, right? Says the child's in the backyard. They go and they dig it up. The child's not there. And now he says, well, I was just doing that because you wouldn't leave me alone. You kept interviewing me and interviewing, So don't know if he was there. We have not received news if anything came back from the dirt there. They did, I recall, and I don't want to say anything because it's coming up. They do have 4 suspects. Now, we have heard nothing about if they're still suspects, because Chief J.D. Huff gave it to the Payette prosecutor and for charges and to take it over. And like I said, that was in July of 2023, and we have not heard anything. So we are going to listen to the press conference after the excavation. It's a fabulous press conference. You want every police officer to do this if they have a person of interest. I mean, watch this. Can you imagine if Craddock did this in this case or every case? But imagine if we were watching a press conference and it was Craddock about Sebastian, and we've had no news. We don't know where he is. And suddenly he starts whipping out posters of persons of interest who he starts calling suspects. Imagine. So here we go. It's powerful, and it was very well done. But that still doesn't tell us if they truly found something in the backyard, because he has said he believes Michael's deceased. And if they didn't find anything in the backyard, do they still think he was at one time there? But wouldn't they have found DNA traces? And that means we could be looking for a live little boy, in my opinion. Hope. Right? Okay. So we are going to go to the briefing. That's the wrong one. Hold on. This is a really good one when I thought we just watched that one. We just watched that one. Hold on. There's one more I should have up here. Where is it? Where is it? I know you're talking amongst yourself anyway, but still. Wait. No, come on. That's weird. Okay, hold on. It's got to be this one. I think it's this one. Hold on. No, I don't think it is. No. Okay, hold on, friends. I'm going to stop sharing and find it. Talk amongst yourselves. I apologize. I thought I had it right here. I must have closed the tab because I did have it. There we go. Okay. No. Okay, let me go into YouTube. Hold on. And search for it. I apologize. Because then after this, we are going to get to Sebastian. Michael Vaughan. Press conference. Hold on. That's weird. I must have closed it out. Sorry. I really want you to see this because it really is a good press conference. There we go. There it is. I found it. Okay. This will be credit to KTVB. I'm going to share it now. Ooh, hold on.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Share it with you all now. This is after the excavation. He's telling us what he found. Michael Vaughan went missing July 27th, 2021. Okay, Michael Vaughan investigation. I don't know why it's not. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. What's interesting, who do you see in the background right there? This is credit to KTVB. You guys see Chris McDonough from the
Everybody, I just wanted to start out by saying thank you
to our media partners.
Thanks for being here.
And thank you
for the continued coverage of the Michael Vaughan case.
I also
wanted to begin by just giving my sincere thanks to all the law enforcement agencies,
local
businesses, and members of the public who helped us over the course of the last year and a half of this intense investigation. More recently, during the last 3 weeks, we could not have completed the work necessary without the selfless help of others. The community support has been absolutely incredible. As you know, from the time Michael went missing, this has been an all-hands-on-deck investigation, and it remains very active and an ongoing investigation. You can't take one of our most
precious citizens from us and ever expect us to stop. During the course of this investigation to date, we received credible information that the remains of Michael Vaughan could be found in the backyard at 1102 Red Wing Street in Fruitland. As a result, the Fruitland Police Department obtained a search warrant for the residence along with the front and backyards. That search warrant was served on November 11th. It was a Friday. We served that late in the evening. Upon entry, officers encountered Sarah Wandra, one of the known occupants of the home, and Sarah was subsequently arrested based on probable cause that she had knowledge of Michael's death and failed to report that death to law enforcement. The following day, the Fruitland Police Department, joined by the Idaho State Police, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, the Fruitland Fire Department, and the Fruitland Public Works Department, began a very methodical excavation of the backyard of the Wandra's home. During that excavation process, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, Mountain States detection dogs deployed multiple certified human remains detection dogs on the property, all of them alerting to the presence of human remains. Ground penetrating radar was also used and deployed, detecting anomalies in the backyard. We completed the excavation of the entire backyard and removed over 250 yards of dirt. Prior to backfilling the yard, the dirt was meticulously sifted for any potential human remains. We did not find Michael's remains. Although the remains of Michael Vaughan were not recovered, we strongly believe, based on evidence, that Michael was abducted and is deceased, and that his remains were buried and later moved from the property. As of today, the whereabouts of his remains are unknown. However, the investigation is active, fluid, and ongoing. Once the excavation was complete, we conducted a thorough search of the Wandra's residence. The search was productive, and additional investigative evidence was recovered and is currently being processed. Evidence suggests that there are the following individuals who are currently in custody are involved in the abduction of Michael Vaughan. This is Sarah Wandra, 35 years old. Sarah lives at 1102 Red Wing Street in Fruitland and was living there at the time of Michael's disappearance. We believe that Sarah has firsthand knowledge and is involved in Michael's abduction. Sarah Wandra is currently being held at the Payette County Jail for failing to report a death to law enforcement. This is Sarah's husband, Stacy Wandra, 30 years old, a male. Stacy was also living at 1102 Red Wing Street in Fruitland and was living there at the time of Michael's disappearance. We believe that Stacy has firsthand knowledge and is involved in the abduction of Michael Vaughan. Stacy's currently being held in the Washington County Jail on unrelated charges. Now, the next individuals I'm going to introduce you to, let's go at the bottom there. This is Brandon Shirtliff, 30 years old, of Kuna, Idaho. Brandon was living with Sarah and Stacy Wandra at 1102 Red Wing Street at the time of Michael's disappearance, and we believe Brandon has firsthand knowledge of Michael's abduction. Brandon is currently believed to be in North Dakota. Adrian Lucian, 32-year-old male out of Toledo, Ohio. Adrian was staying with Sarah and Stacy Wandra at 1102 Red Wing Street at the time of Michael's disappearance, and we believe that Adrian has firsthand knowledge of Michael's abduction. Adrian's currently believed to be in Toledo, but floats between Ohio and California. I strongly encourage Shurtleff and Lucien to contact the Fruitland Police Department detectives as the window of time for talking and cooperation is coming to a close. This remains an active and ongoing investigation with conversations taking place with the Payette County Prosecutor's Office about Michael's case and those individuals involved. We also believe that there are others associated with the Wandras, Shurtleff, and Lucien who may have knowledge of Michael's abduction, and I would strongly encourage them to come forward and speak with my detectives. When we finally reach the conclusion of this investigation, and I can assure you that we will, all of those who have knowledge of Michael's disappearance and have failed to report or hindered our investigation will be pursued. There's a moment in time to do the right thing and bring your information forward and cooperate. And that moment in time is now. To date, the Fruitland Police Department has received over 1,500 tips and leads, and we received many new leads since this phase of the investigation has began. We continue to ask our community for support and patience as we continue to aggressively work this case. We also ask that the Vaughan family's privacy continue to be respected, and we'll continue to post updates as information can be shared. Tips can be sent to findmichael@fruitland.org or to Crime Stoppers at 343cops.com or the Fruitland Police Department at 208-452-3110. Tipsters can remain anonymous. So before I open it up for questions, I just want to make it clear that this is a very active and ongoing investigation. It's super important that we maintain the integrity of this investigation. So I'd ask you that you'd please tailor your questions accordingly. With that, I'll stand for a few questions. Alex?
So if Michael's remains are not found, will Sarah have to be released, or do you think that she will remain in jail once you locate the other people that you think are involved?
It is my belief that she will remain in custody. But again, we're in talks with the Payette County prosecutor, and those talks are ongoing as far as charging.
And you can't speak to any additional evidence that was found in the house, like you said, you can't.
I cannot. Again, I just don't want to jeopardize the integrity of this investigation. Leslie?
Wandra is listed as an inmate in Washington County Jail, but he's not on the Idaho court records because it's currently like federal hold. Are there any other charges aside from hers that have been filed in relation to this?
Not that I'm aware of. Not at this point. Go ahead.
What was different about the tip you received in this case after 1,500 tips over the last almost year and a half? What led to the arrest and the search? Can you share any more about what led you to that home?
I don't want to get into the details on that, but I can assure you that the tip that we received was credible. I also released that in an earlier statement that it came from one of the occupants of the home, which led to that. Yes.
I'm sure that you guys in your investigation are following social media pages, which a lot of us have looked at. And one of them indicates a trip out of state taken within the time frame. I mean, without hampering the investigation, you guys are at least aware of that trip taken to get a dog?
We are currently aware of a lot. Okay. And so I would tell you that you just need to trust us and trust in this investigation. We're making
Is that not a great, I mean, he put there, it was like Grady style from Florida, right? Right? Oh, thank you so much. We're going to have 5 new family members, thanks to Bev Heilman. Bev, thank you so much. Welcome everyone to the family. Be sure to thank Bev, please, if you receive one of her memberships. Thank you, Bev. Thank you. Thank you. We have a good time at our members only. We'll be meeting again Saturday, same time, 11 mine, 1 Eastern. Okay, time for Sebastian. But this was awesome. Let me just wrap this up for you. So since this occurred, the charges were dropped against the woman. First, they had said she wasn't competent. Then, then she was released. Eventually, charges dropped against her, but where they can bring back charges if they want to. Then her husband got out of jail for a while, and then he went back in. And the other two, they've talked to the police. They made contact with them, but we've never heard what occurred from that. One of the boys, the dogs hit on his mom's mobile home. The mom claims it was from the toilet feces because the toilet broke, but we have not heard different from that. So right now it's at the Payette prosecutor's office and was supposed to, 16 months ago. So it's not gone before a grand jury. No charges right now. All charges, so we don't know if they're still suspects. We don't know if they're not still suspects. We know nothing right now. But I want to keep talking about him. That is Michael Vaughan from Fruitland, Idaho. Let's bring him home. On to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Hello, Little Red Zero. How are you? Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Okay. Sebastian, Little Red. Sebastian went missing. Oops. Sebastian went missing February 20, was last seen February 25th, 2024, and was reported missing on February 26, 2024. Sorry, I'm trying to pass this over to Little Red. And he was with his mother at home, allegedly, and mom woke up, went into his room, or went to wake him, and he was not there. Okay. And there has been no trace of him. And I'm doing this because so much awareness has been raised. You're welcome, Little Red. So much awareness has been raised that we may get new people in, and I want them to understand the case that we're talking about, okay? Because the more people who come in about Sebastian, the more people know, the more eyes who would recognize him. So, and right now where we are is the FBI gave a reward. Dog the Bounty Hunter, Nick the Hat, At Night, One World have jumped on. President Trump's administration is coming on in February. And the reward is up to $175,000. There's a RICO filing now in court, civil court, against YouTubers. And now one private investigator for trying to obstruct, misinform, threaten people who are searching, covering the case, looking for him, whatever the case may be. And then we received yesterday a amazing text that we read, on X from At Night that, yes, welcome to all the new family members, that 2 people tried to infiltrate At Night systems with fake IDs pretending to apply for employment. And we heard there are 2 persons of interest, not cleared up yet. I did send some message. Oh, let me see if I got a response back. Real quick. Let me check. Okay, no one's gotten back yet. I I asked for clarification on that, reached out to a few people, and haven't heard yet. Wow, that's pretty good, right, Heather Ann? That's pretty good. Hit that thumbs up, though. You're doing great. I appreciate it. Is that the one that was on? I didn't check your email, Michelle, yet. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Are you talking about the one Nick put out on X? Because I saw that one. Is that what you're speaking of, Michelle? So, yes. What we're questioning is, I read it as the two people who are persons of interest were discussing, meaning the two people who tried to infiltrate the system. But others, hindsight was in here, and that person, that creator, read it as two separate, and we were split pretty much down the middle. Okay, yes, I will, Michelle. Absolutely. I saw that too. He's creepy. Someone put on there, though, one clue I saw, Michelle, is that he is a Johnny Cash fan because of the tattoo on his arm. So I did see that. And yes, I will put that up. So there are persons of interest. One is a person believed to be wanted for trafficking, which is scary as heck. And the other is related to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, who is missing by marriage. Okay. So we're going to start, but I'm going to real quick look at something for Misty, or Michelle, excuse me. So that's where we're at. Let's see what's happening. I'm just going to check it and show you, because we do need to be helping search for all things that we are aware of. I believe it was Nick who posted it. Okay, so I'll share with you all while I'm on X, and I'll try and find it, okay? It was Nick who posted it, correct, Michelle? Okay, well, we're going to try and find it. So I will be right there. Oops, sorry. My computer is very slow right now. Very slow. Well, it'll be good because that way we can see if there's any updates here. Okay. Let's keep going. My goodness, come on. Okay, here we go. Got it. Let me make sure you all can see it. It won't let me pull it up. Hold on. You'll let me see if you all can see it with me now. I thought I had you all on there. Sorry. Okay, so Nick the Hat posted this on his X as part of its endangered child alert. It's not letting us pull up the image right now, which is weird. Alert program, ECAP. That's weird. The image is down. They wanted us to look at some images of an unknown individual known as John Doe 49, who may have critical info about the identity of a child victim in an exploitation investigation. So he posted some photos, and one of them, I wish it was still on there. Okay, Michelle, sorry, it must not be on there. See if they took it down. Okay, so there you all are. Okay. So they wanted us to look at it, but one person had left a clue because he had a tattoo on his, oh, it was on the FBI site. Okay, I'll do it in a minute. It was a tattoo on his arm that made them know that he was a Johnny Cash fan. So, to Sebastian Rogers, here's what we're going to talk about first. So, this is what I wanted to say. So, there's two people who tried to apply for employment, and there's two persons of interest. Okay, one of whom is related to Sebastian by marriage. Whether that's involved in the disappearance, we find out, or involved in the infiltration of the fraudulent employment of their systems and stuff, we don't know yet. I'm waiting for clarification. But what it means is someone in the family married in related to him is doing nefarious things to block, corrupt, do something allegedly to the systems that are trying to find him. By the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly, my opinion, not to be taken as fact. I'm speculating, theorizing. I'm not responsible for any comments that my viewers leave. Please leave, in my opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. No one is being accused. Everything is alleged. Thank you. So, if it's someone in the family, married in, okay, we have to really think about this, because why would someone be ruining, let's just say we don't know, and we don't know yet, but the person who is trying to get into the system is doing illegal things in Sebastian's investigation, allegedly. And they are related to him by marriage. Why would someone do that? So of course, we would assume involvement. Now, if that's what the involvement, the person of interest is, that's bad enough, okay? Even if it's not the other perspective where they may mean separate, involved in his disappearance, okay? Let's just say it's someone who's doing bad things to the computer systems that are trying to find Sebastian. They're looking for algorithms, anomalies, and patterns by inputting data. Amazing, right? But someone's trying to affect that, get into the system. Why would you need to do that, right? So and that person is related to Sebastian, hello VM, that person is related to Sebastian by marriage. Now, that's nefarious. So think of it this way. We know who it's not. We know it's not Seth. We know it's not Katie. We know it's not Robin, the grandma or the grandpa. We know it's not Katie's parents. Okay? None of those family members. Now, people say, well, it could be someone who married in on Seth's side. Certainly. And it could be someone who married in on Katie's side, KP's side, not her who married. Certainly. But let's talk about probability here, in my opinion. Okay? 1% of the time, it is a stranger. Now we are seeing things pointing towards people who have married into the family. Now you have to think of this logically. What would be someone's motive? And we've beat our heads against the ground for motive. We've talked about it. I'm trying to read your comments. And I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. Motive is what would make, we have to go to motive, okay? But the first thing I want to say is this. What did the mother of Sebastian Rogers do when she heard this news? That's very important, in my opinion. Put yourself in the shoes of a parent who hears there is a person of interest in the investigation that is in your family by marriage. What did Seth do? I mean, think about that. But the most logical one that comes to our mind is Sebastian has a stepfather. So if we're going to take the closest person who's married in, it would be the stepfather. I'm talking distance-wise, location-wise. It would be the sister M's husband, B. Right? It could be the sister M of Proudfoot, her husband B, because they're both there by marriage. I'm just alleging. We're just going through things. It could be Stepfoot that they're talking about, allegedly. All of this is alleged, in my opinion. We're just theorizing. It could be one of the grandparents who are step-parents, allegedly. It could be any of the cousins and aunts and uncles on that side of the family who are right there. See, the reason I'm bringing up that is they're there, right? That gives them more opportunity. So let me check on you all real quick. Oh, Lady Dragon, thank you so much. We're going to have 5 new family members. Thank you to Lady Dragon. You're very kind, Lady Dragon. Thank Lady Dragon if you receive one of the memberships, please, and welcome to the family. So, yes, you can share in my opinion. Yes, I'm saying in my opinion. So, the point is the obvious by marriage that anyone would look at first is those closest by marriage, right? Who've married in. And that's what I'm doing right now. And we know who that is. We just talked about it, right? Do we know that that's them who they're speaking of for sure? No, we don't. We're discussing who's closest to Sebastian. Remember, Sebastian has a very small circle. So, okay. Then we need to talk about, let me go down my list so I don't, that's very sweet. Trail could be the motive. I don't know what that means. About 1%, Little Ren? I'm trying to read your comments for a second. So, okay, mods, can you help out? Capital, you have a wrench now too. Hi, Bo. Bo got a membership, Lady Dragon. So did Detroit Rocket City. Welcome to the family. Bo and Detroit Rocket City, welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, we are going to get back. Okay. We are going to get back. Let's everyone stay focused on what we're talking about. We're people are having some different opinions. Let's just stay focused. Thank you, Ginger Girl. Thank you very much. So let's just keep going. You hear someone married in. As a mother, wouldn't you assume it's the closest persons around you? Or would you be thinking, oh, someone, what would you all think? Everyone would look to the closest, just like, yes, Unicorn of Hope, absolutely. So we have to, yes, I think so too, Chrissy. Absolutely, Capital. Thank you. So, yes, someone directly involved in Sebastian's disappearance would have the most to gain by thwarting any investigation, in my opinion. Correct. A person who's searching isn't going to try and sabotage anything or sneak in. They're going to ask, right? What do you know? What do you have? Right? It just doesn't make sense. So let's talk about it, because some people are trying to say it might be. Yes, he did, Heather Ann. Thank you for that. Some people are trying to say it could be on Sebastian's side or Seth's side of the family, a long lost relative on Katie's side, or, all this stuff. But let's talk about this for a second. I want to get us back to reality and thinking about the facts that we know. Okay? So, and it's going to take us to the flashlights. It is going to take us to the flashlights, and I'm going to explain it. I hope this is the one. It is. Let me make sure you all can see that. Let me try and make that larger. Okay. Thank you, Sharon. I'll look at it. Thank you. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you, CB. That's good to know. Good to know. Okay. So let's go to what relative. Everyone's going crazy, right? What relative could this be? Oh, thank you, Heather Ann. Please hit the like button. There's about 140 of you who have not. 130. If you're enjoying yourself, thank you. Of course, Kimberly Myers, that's what I'm getting to. But individuals want to say there's many people who have married into the family, and they're related to Sebastian by marriage. Okay, so I'm just trying to point out a good point, so we can stick with the facts here. Okay. Now, there were, on the very night, that Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing. He is not on any footage. His mother didn't wake up and hear something. The dogs didn't start barking. No footage. No one saw him. No evidence of him during a 5-mile search radius, 22,000 walking miles. Okay. But neighbors say they saw a car pull up at 3 a.m. Some see it on footage and some claim to have seen it. Okay. If a car pulls up at 3 a.m. on the very night the child goes missing, right? Nothing else, no footage, no nothing else. But there's a car that pulls up at 3 a.m. and there's flashlight activity from the car to walking towards the home, cutting through the backyards, and a light, they kind of meet, and then another light, they go to the car, and then one light goes back to the house. And I want to talk about that because it's important. First of all, on Nancy Grace, Nancy asked KP if only immediate family had access to lock and unlock the house, basically keys and codes. And she said yes. Now, we don't know specifically who KP was referring to, but she's referring to immediate family can access, lock, and unlock that house. The reason that's important is the morning when KP went to bed, she locked the door. When she woke up, the door was still locked, but Sebastian was missing. Now, Sebastian knows how to put the code in the front pad of the front door, and that's how the parents originally said he absolutely had to go out that door, crystal clear, stepped on the porch, allegedly. But there's no scent. There's no scent trail leading anywhere, and he was allegedly in bare feet, and there's no scent trail. Okay? So, the house is locked, and on Nancy Grace, we learn only immediate family have that capability. So I want to go over with you. Mob Crew had done some work with the lights and, wonderful videos. And he had said the span from the backyards where they cut, the car pulled up on Kellen, and you can see I have a vehicle there, and that's Kellen Lane. The house over here is Sebastian's. Okay. This is Stafford Court right here. This distance cutting through the yards like this. Doesn't that sound familiar to you? The reason it said that sounds familiar to you is because Stepfoot told Narca Diver that exact path through the backyards cutting through to Kellen, saying it was a dog scent trail. But there wasn't a dog scent trail. That's been verified. So how did he know that path? That path is the exact flashlight path, allegedly. Very strange. He tells it like it's a dog trail, but it's not a dog trail. Not barefoot or didn't leave on his own, right, Criminal Med? Something. He had to be carried out, driven out, something. Okay, so 2 scenarios. Let's discuss them. That distance, he said, was like of a football field, which is about 400 feet. Okay. From the car on Kellen to the house. It takes 2 minutes to walk 400 feet, going regular pace, 3 miles per hour. Okay. 2 minutes to walk 400 feet. So from the car to the house, it would take 2 minutes. The car pulled up and was there 3 to 5 minutes. So car pulls up, they have 3 to 5 minutes. They walk the 400 feet to the house through the backyards, which takes them 2 minutes. They now have 3 minutes at the most to get back to that house or back to that car because the car leaves in 3 minutes. They have to find a way into the locked home because they don't have access. We're talking a stranger. This is one scenario, not immediate family. This is people without access, allegedly, theorizing. So they have 2 minutes to walk there. It takes them. They've got 3 at the most. Remember, the cars are 3 to 5 to get to the house and back and get Sebastian. So 2 minutes, they get to the house. They have to find a way in because it's locked. Remember, they're not immediate family. It's a stranger. It's whoever. And they got to find a way into that house. Then they got to get Sebastian, carry him out. How's he not struggling, screaming? KP didn't hear anyone. The dogs didn't bark. They get out of the house with Sebastian, make Sebastian use the code pad or to lock the house, which couldn't have happened because now Stepfoot says it would have illuminated him and caught on the neighbor's camera. So how could they have thought in the beginning he went out that door? That was originally the thing. But anyway, have him lock that door, which couldn't have happened now because that would have illuminated that, we know. And then get all the way back for their 2 minutes of walk back to the car. There's no way they could have done all that at the house in 1 minute. Okay, because it takes 2 minutes each way. That's 4 minutes. There's no way a stranger could break into a house, find Sebastian, quiet him, carry him, whatever they're going to do, sneak out, no dogs barking, not wake up mom, relock the door, and book it back to Kellen, to the car. And by the way, in this scenario, no flashlight goes back to the house. A flashlight was caught going back to the house, allegedly. Okay. Second scenario. And the reason we're going over this is we're logically trying to figure out, could it be like extended family married in? And this shows this shows someone without a key would have a very hard time or couldn't logically do it with the amount of time the car was there. Now, scenario number 2. The car pulls up. Okay. Remember, it's 2 minutes to walk to the house, but they don't. They meet halfway. Someone comes from the house, someone from the car, they meet halfway. That's 1 minute each. Together, they assist each other to taking Sebastian to the car, which is only another 1 minute. That's 2 minutes total. 1 more minute to get him in the car, and they still have 2 minutes left if it was there for 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes with a struggle. The car leaves, the person runs back to the house and locks the door. That person has to be immediate family because they are the only ones who can lock the doors. An immediate family doesn't have to break into the home, find Sebastian. They have the time to do this because someone can meet them from the house. That's what I'm alleging. Come from the house with Sebastian, right? Allegedly. They meet, they assist together to the car, and then the other person runs back, locks the door. That could work, but because it has to be someone who can lock and unlock the house. And Katie already said that that's only immediate family. So immediate family is her and her husband, Sebastian, and possibly the relatives who live in town. Now, KP does not have relatives who live in town, as far as I know. CP does. He has parents there, sisters there, nieces, nephews, that kind of stuff. Okay, cousins. So logically, that would be the larger pool. Okay. That's opportunity. Because with an abduction, a taking away, a vanishing, a familial abduction, a stranger abduction, there has to be opportunity. Because of the locked home, that opportunity goes way down to someone with immediate family because the car is only there 3 to 5 minutes. You can't do all that. Someone had to come from the house and assist, in my opinion, and lock it back up, in my opinion. What are you all thinking? Other people think Sebastian was not in his bedroom sleeping, that he may have allegedly been in the garage sleeping, which is why she never, she said, I went to wake him up. Some people allegedly feel that way. I do know that some of the locals feel that way. But what do we know? But what I do hope now is, well, CP said he had Life 360. His family does. Why? I wish they had just checked that. Maybe they did and it panned out. I don't know. But that would be an easy way to check it, right? Yes. Yes. Absolutely. The last time. So, well, let's just stick on that. So, it just makes more sense. And then, so for opportunity, it's someone with a key or a code, in my opinion. Yes, a light went back and locked the door back up, in my opinion, allegedly. So we listened to the audio. Whoever sent me the nice audio, all cleaned up, will you send that to me again for the life? I must have by accident deleted it. I had it put up in a tab to share and we didn't get to it and I can't find it. Because I think a lot of people would like to listen to that. We listened to that in the members only, that audio. And people heard different things. People put on their headphones. I need to get myself some headphones. I have the ones that go in the ears, but they bother my ears. So I need to get the over the ears ones so I can listen to that. Little Red, was that a different one than JLR's? There's an audio that was picked up that evening, allegedly. And when we played it during our members, people were putting in their headphones and could hear certain things, allegedly, like, I don't recall. But we're going to listen to it again in Members Live. So go ahead and join. Make sure you join. We'll be meeting again Saturday. If you receive a membership from Lady Dragon, Bev Heilman, did I say thank you for your 5? Want to make sure I get to everyone before we move on. Thank you. If you receive one from Bev, please say thank you and welcome to the family. Same with Miss Lady Dragon, gifting 5 Crime Time Buzz memberships. Welcome to the family and be sure to say thank you. Capital K as well, gifting a membership. Please thank Capital K. And we have our new member, Bobby Brutzman. Welcome to the family. Grandma's been a member for a month. I think we've had him a month and 2 days, literally. Shelly's been a member for a month. Awesome. Thank you so much for your support. So what do you all think? At Crime Time Bells, I don't know which one. I'm looking. I don't remember hearing it on an interview myself, Little Red. I remember hearing about it. That's what I keep saying, Gina H. It was still twilight. Was the light on? Why didn't, was the light on? Did you turn it on? Did you turn hall lights on? Same. I agree. It was still twilight. I looked it up at 6 a.m. on February 26th in Hendersonville. And, I looked it up. And then there's also that 30-minute difference between their timeline that they gave locally on March 4th on the news and on March 3rd on YouTube. And the dispatch timeline, it does not match up with. There's about 30-minute difference. So in my opinion, the story began at 6:30, is where they should have started the story. Allegedly, if it is a story, in my opinion. Okay. So does that make sense about opportunity? Motive? We've talked about motives. Was there a alleged, yes, breakthrough? Please arrest the people who are connected. Just for now, we're just doing the regular, the family. It's the family one. It's the lowest one, so everyone can be involved in the lives. Thank you, Mally Cat, for your generosity. I so appreciate you. Hope you join the family. We do have a good time on our lives. We throw things around, and both times we've had some, we've made progress, right? So thank you so much, Mally Cat. That is so kind of you. Okay, so opportunity-wise, it just doesn't make sense, right? In my opinion. Oh, I agree, Samantha. Yeah, yes, I totally agree. And all alibis should have started from the moment they left the restaurant, in my opinion. Absolutely. All alibis should have started from the moment they left the restaurant. And I think that they thought, like CP said, well, I have an alibi. I was working from 5:15 or 5:30. Well, your alibi needs to start the night before, as soon as he walks out of that restaurant. And now we're hearing rumors he had a 4-day weekend. It's in the exhibit, Hong's exhibit from the first RICO, that Chris was at dinner with Katie and Sebastian, being one of the last people to see him, which kind of makes sense because we now listened on that Nancy Grace when Nancy asked who were the last people to see him alive, and she said the wait staff, the 2 aunts, and the cousin at dinner, right? So makes sense that he would be there, in my opinion. Mally Cat gifted a Crime Time Buzz membership. Thank you, Mally Cat. We are going to have another family member. Be sure you welcome them. Thank you, everyone. Hi, YouTuber. Yeah, that whole story's triggering. And so that leads me to, I'm glad you all are talking about this. Oh, CB, interesting statement. I'm not going to post it, but I'm reading it, CB. Capital K, I'm curious to know why you wondered that. What made you think that? Because that's a vibe. I'm just curious. Thank you, Capital K. Get those likes in. Capital K is doing a great job. All my mods are. CB, welcome in. Modding, thank you. Misty Fisher. Grandma is, I can't remember if Capital K Productions. Michelle Scott. Ginger Girl. We've got a lot of mods in the house. We are going to have a lot of mods as long as we're covering Sebastian's case. It's just best. But you know what? We really have a good time. I mean, we really don't have many problems, do we? Okay. So Capital K Productions says, yes, when she spoke about CP trying to snatch F away from her while she was still a baby. That brings me to Nina's video, which we watched together last week, I think it was. And we were saying the reason we were watching it was for capability, means, right? Means, the capability to do it. That's why we wanted to watch it. Would that, but when we were watching it, we had no idea there was someone related by marriage involved, right? So now we look back at it and go, okay, we just watched Nina's video together, Nina's story, Now, what family married in do you allegedly connect this to? Allegedly, in your opinion, if you're theorizing and comparing situations, which is Nina's story, her side, there's always three sides to the truth. Thank you for letting me get that in there. Oh, I'm sorry, Becca Doll. We're usually starting to come on 6:30, which is 8:30 Eastern time during the week. Different times on the weekends. Our members live on the weekends, usually 1 p.m. on Saturdays, Eastern time. So that's opportunity. Now, if we talk about means and we look at the Nina video, thank you for your comment, YouTuber. That ties us right into it. Means is the ability, the skill, the knowledge to do something. Well, in my opinion, we heard allegedly from Nina, and I believe her. In my opinion, she was very believable. You don't have to believe her. We don't all have to agree. We are here for Sebastian. As long as we all agree, we got to bring him home, right? So, and I love that about all of you. We do have people in the chat who disagree with us right now. And they're not the majority, not disagree with us, but disagree with each other. And I appreciate you being here. I really, truly do, because this is about Sebastian. And we are logically discussing this, not emotionally. So, means, in my opinion, we have learned from character interviews and things people have said about certain family members that are close to Sebastian, location wise, that, in my opinion, puts him at a risk level around them, in my opinion. Just throwing that out there. I mean, I'm not going to pluck an aunt or a cousin out of Virginia and say, "Oh, who did you marry?" Because this is logically close, and there's people who have talked terrible about and to Sebastian. You know, I always bring up the Proudfoot sister M, Melissa. Okay, that birthday party, the way she was speaking to him, horrid. Okay, so let's see where we're at. What else I want to talk about? So my bets are on, if I were a betting woman and someone said I had to lay some money down, my money would be on one of the persons of interest being one of the married people, allegedly, who live in Hendersonville where Sebastian does. That's opportunity. It would need to be a person with a key or a code to the house. I mean, and that's another thing. Your relatives who live in another land, they're not going to have your key or your house, Usually it's the ones who live around you. Right? So now my question is, what do you think? My goodness. Did Katie run to the police station today? Did Katie run to the police station today? Did Seth? I bet they both did. Or they should have, right? Or called, or they don't answer for Seth. So Seth's probably trying to get the information. Well, they probably gave it to Seth before they put it public. And they probably gave it to Katie. But how uncomfortable wouldn't you be going right to find out what is going on? Who is it? What if I'm spending my time with one of them? Welcome to the family, Becca Cook. Welcome, Becca, to Betty. I'm sorry, Bet Cook. Excuse me. I have a niece, Becca Cook. Becky Cook. My goodness, Bet Cook. Welcome to the family. We will see you hopefully Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Everyone, please welcome Bet. I'm going to go ahead and go through this real quick. Shelly has been a member and grandma for 1 month. Thank you, Melly Cat, for your kindness. Bet Cook, welcome to the family. And Shay Day 77. Welcome to the family. We will see you all on Saturday, hopefully. Hey, Grandma and Shelly, aren't you guys supposed to be purple now? That's the next level. The next level color is purple. For, I thought, 1 month. I'll have to look, or maybe it's 2 months. It changes. Okay. So I'm trying to look at it logically, not emotionally. And then my point is, if I were the mother and that news came out, boom, I would be gone, finding out who they are talking about. Right? Whether she thinks it's on, hi, Misty, welcome back. Thank you again. You're so sweet to come back when you can. Whether she is thinking it is on Seth's side of the family, she should be racing in, right? Whether she thinks it's on her side of the family, she should be racing in. This, right? And Seth probably has the information because it came from the people who are working for and with Seth. So that's where we're at. I know. That's so sad. I've heard rumors of that too, Christina. Right? We have a lot of feelings about that, Wanda, and that takes us back to who is Stephen? I'm sorry. What were you talking about? I caught you in the middle of your comment, and I'm not sure what you're speaking of. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to, you said I'm not lying. What did you give him? I love him. I would love he to come on my channel. I really would. I would love to have Silvers on my channel. Oh, Sharon. You are so sweet. Yes. So now we want to stick now. I mean, obviously, there's correct. And there's no curiosity either, Heather Ann, which is a red flag according to many of the experts. I mean, you're talking about the hands interviews? That was just weird in my opinion. Really weird in my opinion. I have never seen anything so weird in my life than the hands interview. As far as interviews go. Why not just do your feet? I mean, that was weird, right? Oh, Gracie Renee, you're so sweet. So you're one of our geniuses. You are so sweet. Well, welcome in. It is good to have you. And you have a lot of knowledge you could share with us on this case. Many of us have grandchildren or children, and I have some students that are autistic and relatives, but you have firsthand information. Thank you so much for being here, Gracie Renee. Thank you. Yes, but a lot of people have not heard that, Misty. A lot of people have not heard that. Now, I haven't heard it yet. I mean, as far as really getting into it with earphones, but a lot of people haven't heard that. Oh, Shay Day. Okay. Oh, thank you for letting me know that. Okay. A couple of you have changed your names recently. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Yes, of course. what's happening, Capital? Because I'm seeing weird. I can't find his comments. Are you someone? Okay. Okay, y'all. I want you to listen to me. This gentleman gave a tip. Now I know what's being discussed, okay? He truly thought he saw Sebastian in a Walmart. He turned the tip in. He did not get a response, so he gave it to Silvers. Silvers went to the Walmart. Silvers called the police. It was investigated, and all we know is nothing has come of it, right? So they didn't see Sebastian on cameras, but this man was doing the right thing. See something, say something, and that's what he's telling you about. Okay? It was already investigated. Okay? And Sebastian, or the boy allegedly, when he was walking away, because the man approached him, and Stephen, I appreciate you being here. He was doing something, and Sebastian walked by or something, and as Sebastian was walking away, he said, Seth. And then another man screamed, Sebastian, come over here or something. So we got it. When we see something, we say something. And so that's that story for everyone who needs clarification. So. Yes, he was happy to do it. And, I'm going to be honest with you all. During the Summer Wells case, there is not one tip that I turned in, and one was quite a whopper, that I turned in that I ever got a call back on. And same within the Michael Vaughan case. Well, wait a minute. No. Let me think about that. No, I didn't. But they knew I was in town because they said they got so many tips based on my footage. So they knew I was in town and they were having to check out all the leads. But that's why when I'm in Sebastian's case and I don't see the press conferences we're supposed to be, or at least the updates from TBI, the Public Information Officer, that we're supposed to be getting because he's an Amber Alert child, those things bother me. We need to be seeing those things, right? We need to be seeing those things about the kids. I'm looking at a message. So that is so we're looking, people calling leads. The lady in North Carolina called in that sighting, and my gosh, I am telling you, even Seth thought that was Sebastian. He drove out there. So it happens. And we want people to speak up just in case, right? What if that lady in Oregon had never said anything and had never walked into that police station? Right? She gave it to Hendersonville police. It happened in June when she reported it. We got it. And I'm not sure if the person who wanted, I can't remember. Yes, CB gave it to me. And I put it out. And before we put it out, I contacted Dog. So hopefully with this happening, that people are now they've told the whole world that someone married in, and I mean, let's be real. It would be the people who have access to the home, who are related by marriage, who are immediate family. Because that's what she said. Immediate family is the only one who has, can lock and unlock the house. They're saying they're related by marriage. So it's someone related by marriage, in my opinion, if they're talking about Sebastian's disappearance, right? They could just be talking about infiltrating the system. They're talking about person of interest infiltrating the system. Still, why would you do that? They've gotten further than anyone in this investigation this group has. As many people as want to make fun of him, look at everything that's going on. He's all over the media, nationally, everywhere. Sebastian is. The president's getting involved. Allegedly, the attorney general. And I believe the audio too, Ginger Girl. We'll listen to it again Saturday. And I don't want to discuss it on here. I mean, you guys can chat about it. I don't want to comment out loud on here. Hi, Bliss Blessings. Welcome to our family. I hope so, Bliss Blessings. In my opinion, if Summer is not with us, she is on that property. Okay. And I turned in a tip that broke my heart to even read. And I had verified that it was not a family member through Don Wells's sister. She has a channel. And she said it wasn't a family member as far as she knew, but I still reported it. But what bothered me is I never heard back. And seriously, it's one you would want to hear back on. And it's one most would call back on. And then never heard of them going to the house and digging. Okay. Also, well, we'll stick on what we are. We've got another summer video coming up. We are going to be doing Summer and Michael Vaughan and adding whoever else needs awareness once a week. Please join me. We have a really good community of researchers, thinkers, flyer putter-uppers. I mean, you guys are amazing, honestly. That day we found out about the Oregon tip, and that's what I was saying. What if that lady hadn't spoken up, right? What if in June, when she saw them on TV and said, those are the people that thought, no way am I going in there. They're going to think I'm crazy or I'm probably wrong. What if she had talked herself out? But she didn't. You are so welcome, Kimberly Myers. She went. And now they're not only in Oregon, they are from Clinton, New York. And we do have subs who are close to there, by the way. One is 15 minutes away. And all the way to Seattle, Washington, which is Grandma's stomping grounds, former stomping grounds. Okay. All the Canadian borders are being watched. It's on high alert from One World Intelligence. So now they have someone who's broken into a system illegally. That is, there are two people. And they have two persons of interest, and regardless if it's in the disappearance or the breaking in, it's related to Sebastian. In my opinion, it would be someone close by, involved in the case, to even know who at night was. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, are you kidding me? Exactly. I'd be hiding under the bed. Oh, Lil Red Zero. Our family is growing. We had 10 babies. Welcome to the family, 10 people. And please thank Little Red Zero. Little Red, thank you so much. That's super sweet. 10 Crime Time Buzz memberships. Be sure you say thank you. You're close to the Peace Bridge, see? We have friends, and everyone be sure you welcome all the new members. See? Close to the Peace Bridge. Keep your eyes open. And I know that sounds funny, but honestly, talk to people, show them Show them pictures of people involved in the case. Do any of these people look familiar? Oh, Gina H got one. Welcome to the family. Yes, Silvers went and contacted law enforcement. It was all checked out. And I thank Stephen for doing that, because every person, that's how we're going to find him, is if you think you see him, you say something, right? They're getting close. You're right, Sherry. You are right. Thank you, Teresa, welcoming the new family members. Don't forget, Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be meeting here together. Well, my friends, I think we're going to wrap it up. I think we have covered everything. Yep, Clinton, New York to Seattle. That's where they are on active alert in 8 states, from Clinton, New York to Seattle, Washington, and watching the Canadian borders. Prayers up, friends. Yes, we have 10 newborns. What are we going to name them? Oh, wait, they already have names. I'm not sure. I received a copy of the audio, but I really would like another one because I lost it. Whoever sent that, Seabut, thank you so much. All of you, what a wonderful evening. And I appreciate each and every one of you for making going live such a nice experience. You're friendly, you're respectful, you're kind, you're insightful. And I truly appreciate that. And I'm going to finish going through the messages real quick before we sign off here, because I don't want to miss something. Little Red Zero, thank you so much again. Let me make sure I get up here and thank everyone. Mally Cat, thank you so much. Bet Cook, welcome to the family. Shay Day 77, welcome to the family. Little Red, thank you so much. Lady Dragon, thank you. Bev, thank you. Capital K, thank you. Bobby Brusman, welcome to the family. And Grandma and Shelley, thank you for your dedication and support for 1 month. We are going to go ahead and get off of here and say, hopefully, we're going to wake up tomorrow and they're going to arrest the people who did this, right? Right? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear there's been an arrest. I don't care if it's just that. I want to hear there's an arrest and get people talking. But my point is did anyone show up at the police station? Well, Seth knows. We know he knows, because did KP go to the police station today to find out what family member was trying to sabotage the investigation to find her son? That's what I want to know. We are going to bring him home. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Capital K. You're awesome. I will see you all tomorrow night, same time, 6:30 mine, 8:30 Eastern. I'm sorry it's so late, but when I get breaks, we'll go earlier. Thank you, Teresa Wilson. It's so nice having you. Oh, I appreciate that. It is a wonderful group, and we're so glad you're part of our family. All of you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Gina H., we got to think about that, right? You'd want to know immediately, correct? That's my point. Did Miss KP contact law enforcement to find out who it is that was trying to mess with the investigation by infiltrating systems or being involved in the disappearance, whichever it is that they met? Someone is a person of interest that married in. Did KP inquire the moment she heard it? Not even today, yesterday, the moment it came out, pick up that phone and say, who was it? We're going to bring him home. And I say we because you all are doing amazing work. Flyers, talking about him, being here, raising awareness, liking videos so others get to see it, sharing. Robin, you're always amazing to share. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to bring him home, and I want to thank all of you for your support. Mods, you did a fabulous job tonight. Thank you so very much, mods. Members, thank you for being a part of the crime family. Oh, our crime family. That's funny. And visitors, welcome in. We hope you come back. Subscribers, great to have you. Thank you, Lisa Opinion. I will share that tomorrow if you all don't mind. Michelle Scott and Lisa, I will share that photo tomorrow. I've got it on my list right now. And also, I will try in between getting home and being on live, try and get Sandy. I want her back with her comments because she really contributes a lot. Too Many Shoes, welcome to the family. Thank you so much for being here, Stephen, and for calling in that tip. Appreciate you all. Okay, Misty. I will, Misty, certainly. Prayers up. We are going to bring Sebastian Rogers home. Talk soon, friends.